What's going on, everyone? It's time for another horror film review. Today we're going to do a sequel to a film I reviewed a couple months ago. We're going to do Return to House on Haunted Hill. Yes, I actually bought this movie because I couldn't find it anywhere. So I bought it cheaply, and I see why it's so cheap. Yeah, House on Haunted Hill was released by Warner Premiere October 3rd, 2007. Produced by Steve Richards, Eric Olson, Jonathan Zacher, and Rose Sharon Oland. It was directed by it was written by William Mega and directed by Victor Garcia. Yippee! I reviewed one of his films recently, but he's done films like The Communion Girl. I think I actually have a review for that too. An Affair to Die For, The Damned, also known as Gallows Hill, which is the film I reviewed like a week ago, and Mirrors 2. So, Return to House on Haunted Hill is the sequel to House on Haunted Hill, the 1999 remake, which was all right. So, yeah, why did they make a sequel? Who knows? But yeah. So the premise of this film is a university professor is heard about the house and stuff and wants to check it out and stuff. So he's like banging one of the students and convinces her to come, and a couple of the other students come, where they learn that they actually are part of a sinister plan on being subjects to the spirits of this house, I believe. And yeah, so they go and yeah, there's some hired goons, and they shoot up the machine that runs the house to try to prevent it from closing everybody in, but it doesn't work, and then they all get trapped in the house, and it's up to them to try to survive. Um, Overall, this film is very bloated. There's so many characters and random people, because when this came out, if you got the Blu-ray high definition version of this, it's one of those films where you could choose who the path to take, and it's marketed as like there's like 75 different outcomes and stuff, but this is just the standard film, which even with this, why would you even make this? Yeah, overall the cinematography looks pretty good, and the makeup and stuff for the ghosts and stuff was pretty cool. um, the characters are paper thin and pretty dull and stupid. Besides, like, as long as they look good, there's some pretty cute girls in this for us guys who like some good eye candy in our films. But other than that, there's nothing really going for this. The story is bland as hell and has nothing to really connect with the original or anything. It's just a way to show how people die. But if you want to watch more creative ways of people to die, you have the whole Saw series you can watch instead of this piece of shit. So, um, yeah, I wasn't really big into this film. There's some creative deaths and stuff, but overall, the characters are just stupid, typical horror film characters, and it's just a cash in to try to capitalize on the success of House on Haunted Hill in 1999, which I don't even think it was a big success, anyways. So, but this sequel is very pointless. It's paint by numbers type of film. You can really see you can really tell who's going to survive and who's going to die in this. And yeah, they advertise Jeffrey Combs is in this, but he doesn't even say one fucking word. He just goes, he's the ghost that's killing people, and the way they beat him is the lamest way possible, and it's such a drag. But that's what I expect from Victor Garcia, because he did the greatest sequel to Hellraiser. Hellraiser Revelations was probably like one of the worst movies out there. And yeah, and he played it safe a lot. I don't know if that's studio meddling or not, but still. But this is probably one of the Victor Garcia's better movies, to be honest. But overall, it's just dull and boring and not really worth your time. It does have a good. The last girl from House on Haunted Hill there appears as a ghost and kills herself, and that looked pretty cool. But overall, the rest of it is just dull and not really worth anyone's time. So I'm going to give this film a 1.5 out of 5, only because the makeup and the cinematography look good, and some of the girls look good too. So other than that, not really worth it. I'm not sure if it's streaming anywhere if you want to check it out, but I'll link the trailer down below so you at least check that out and see what I'm talking about. Also, link down below is my Instagram, as well as post clips of films I'm going to review in the future. All my stories have the film hashtag, the subgenre film and hashtag, so you're aware of it. Also, my Letterbox down below, Derek P. Reviews. That's where I post my first Saturday night watching the films. And also my Twitter's down below, views underscore Derek. So follow me on those platforms. Stay up with this channel. Like this video, share it so more people aware of it. Comment your opinions of the film down below if you have any. If you have any films or film franchise in any genre and on any streaming service that you want to hear my opinions on in the future, comment those down below too. I'll try my best to get to them as soon as I can and if I can find them. Make sure you subscribe. Hope you find something weird, obscure, and odd that you probably never thought checking out together, and also share my opinions on popular films that come out, classic films, and reviews on other things as well. And don't forget to ring that bell because we're going to go into sci-fi films, like old 80s sci-fi films. There's a film called Arena that I want to check out. That's a big monster movie where they just fight each other. And it was done by the awesome Charles Band. So I'm going to be checking that out in the next review. So make sure you tune in for that. Watch out for all this college and university professors trying to kill off their students in houses that apparently have killer ghosts. And I guess I'll see you all in the next one. So until then, cheers.